Hi everyone, it's Koinzell here. So today is a new difficulty is now available. It's the 1.8x difficulty. I think it's difficulty 5 by now or 4. And the 1.8x here is only unlocked after you clear the next stage of the cell story, or rather the lantern Rite quest. So make sure to clear that so that you unlock the gas flock from a far stage of the lantern Rite. Then you'll be able to unlock this new difficulty. Now for map 4 itself, the important thing to note here is that for wave 1, in this new difficulty, there is a chance of the mods spawning as electro or even pyro slimes. So what this means is that you need to double check before crafting the electro mechanici. If it's going to spawn electro slimes, you should build the 2 pyro mechanici, one here and one here, instead of these 2 electro. Otherwise, you won't be able to take the electro slimes down since they are immune to electro. So that's one additional thing to do for map 4 in the new difficulty of 1.8x. Other than that, the setup is pretty standard as per my previous video. You have 1 recovery here to gain points, 1 hydro and 2 electro for the electro charge, as well as the damage coming from the electro mechanici. The next wave, we'll probably be building 2 pyro here. That's the setup that I like, and I find it very effective. The pyro will be able to attack those mobs that are in the range of the recovery mechanici over here. Okay, so let me repeat again. Before you set up T2 electro mechanici, just remember to check what are the mobs that are coming in the first wave. If they are electro slimes, just build pyro. Other than that, you can just build pyro electro. Okay, as I mentioned, now in the second wave, we are getting large electro slime here. Okay. Effects wise, looks to me to be either the electro mechanical attack plus 50% or the elementary master plus 100. Given that there's a large electro slime coming, I probably will go with the pyro EM plus 100 just to make sure that we can take down the large slime. Although this obviously is better, but the cost is also higher. So okay, so like I mentioned, we built the 2 pyro mechanici here. If you watched my previous video for the map 4 1.6x difficulty, you know that I actually built the 2 mechanici here instead of these 2 here. But the reason why I'm not building them here and instead just building 1 pyro, 2 pyro and 3 pyro is because there's a chance of the left lane to spawn electro slimes again on the wave 3. So you don't want to build 2 electro mechanici over there. Okay, so this is doing well, the 2 pyro, along with the EM plus 100. So make sure that you don't commit to the mechanici in wave 2 for wave 3 as an advanced preparation, because wave 3 there's a chance of getting electro slime. So better check what it is first. If it is electro slime, then you will have to put pyro here instead of electro mechanici, and this will then be electro, these 2 spots. So wave 2, we are still pretty safe. Everything is just dying within the recovery point. I'm just covering what are the things to take note of, as well as the next step to come. So regardless of whether this wave spawns electro slimes or pyro slimes, this 5 mechanici will be able to take care of it. Okay, so now we have hydro and pyro coming. So either pyro or hydro will be coming from the left, most likely the pyro, because this is the large slime. The large slimes are the ones that will be spawning on the left for wave 3. And we'll pick fearless here for the bonus points, for the bonus sigils, right? And anyway, defense increased by 20% isn't too bad. HP increased by 50%, that is the one that's really tough. Okay, let's build the hydro first. And next will be the 2 electro, since we know that it's large pyro slime coming after checking. Okay, so large pyro slime as I said. One thing to note is that this wave does have the blazing miniature. Blazing miniature is like Berserker where they dash all the way. But the worst thing is that they actually it takes a lot to kill them, basically. So one thing that helps is to put a cryo Mechanicus here, like what I just did. The cryo Mechanicus will slow them down sufficiently enough to make sure that they don't get the chance to come back to here again. And even if they do, they will be slowed down. See, they got hit with the cryo bullet, so their movement speed is actually reduced slightly, and that gives us the chance for these 3 Mechanicus to attack it. Okay, the 2 Electro Sigils are enough to counter the large Pyro. We are getting large Electro Slime next wave, and Pyro Slime. Okay, let's see the options. It's either the LSP or this, but this is really good actually. This makes Electro Mechanicus deal more damage or at least the same damage as the Pyro Mechanicus. Once you get high enough number of stacks. If I'm not wrong, at 5 stacks it will end up dealing the same damage as Pyro, but with a higher attack speed, so although it's a shorter range. So we'll build probably 1 more Pyro here, since we are anticipating large Electro Slimes to come from the left. So we'll build 3 Pyro here. That should be sufficient to cover. Yeah, it's the large Pyro Slime, large Electro Slimes are coming from here. And right in front we have Pyro Abyss Mage and the normal Pyro Slimes. And we have Meteors again, so Cryo will do its work. Now that we have added 2 more Pyro Sigils here, don't think we need to worry about the Meteors at all. Anyway, you see them dying way before the Cryo is because I have just bought that Mystic Art that gives the Electro Sigils Electro Mechanicus a lot of damage. That's why they are all dying right over there within the recovery. Now, one important thing to note is that starting up from wave 4, you should always interact with the Mechanicus. And I think I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Yes, definitely choose Fearless, right? Because that's bonus sigils for us. And if you want to get max score, definitely you should choose the Fearless. Yep, we died. Okay. So we only have 1 more sigil spot. But this setup is already very strong actually. So that's why I'm thinking, let's just put 1 down. 1 Electro down, since we have that Electro damage buff stack thingy. That's gonna deal very nice damage. We can actually afford to dismantle the recovery already and build some more sigils. Oh, sorry, Mechanicus, because of the Fearless effect where we're gonna get Ruin Guard or Ruin Hunter. Sorry, I can't remember which one it is. But since there is, that's why I'm building more. Cryo just helped us to freeze just now. That's very nice. Wow. The recovery Mechanicus has already done its work. It's already given us a lot of points. So it's perfectly fine to dismantle it at this stage. Yep. No worries, we are clearing this. Basically, we have passed the hardest part of it. Wave 3, I would say, is the hardest because you need to set up and be prepared for the next wave. But just need to take note of the element and you'll be fine actually. The elements of the slimes, I mean. And as for the blazing miniature, just make sure that number 1, you have enough damage. Number 2, put a cryo like what I did here. That will help to slow them down. So Ruin Guards and Ruin Hunters are just easy right now because of the Mystic Arts that we have selected as well as the placement. So I hope this is something that you guys can easily follow, which I do believe so. Wow, that Ruin Hunter literally died immediately. Okay, so let's see. Range plus 5 is nice. What other challenges do we have? We already have a special effect chosen already. So, an elemental mastery. So either range or attack will give us the bonus sigils. I'll probably go with the electro to make full use of the damage buff that we also have. With this, right, the electro mechanica will be dealing more damage than pyro actually. So we are gonna get the Lawachers and Ruin Graders here. Cryo or Frozen Lawacher. Okay. First wave is always harder because the Electro Sigils take time to build their stacks. Or sorry, first round of the each wave, I mean. Subsequently, they will die much earlier instead of at the rear. Sorry for the lag there. Not sure why that is. Okay, so again we interact with the mechanism just to be safe. You need to interact at least 2 times so that's to get the bonus 20 sigils from it. Nice, Frozen. Just to slow them down a little. Got the Stonehide Lawacher and the Frozen Lawacher. Or Frost Lawacher, I think. Look at the electro damage, it was 3375. In fact, there is a way to hit like 13k damage if you get the right Mystic Arts on the Pyro Mechanici along with the Vaporize plus damage buff from the Recovery Mechanici. Pretty much, we are pretty much secured here. We will definitely be able to clear. It's just waiting for them to come basically. One last Stonehide Lawacher left. Alright, there you go. Maximum number of sigils, 954. Very nice. This is for map 4. We'll move on to map 5 next. Okay. Okay, so this is map 5, the new map. There are again 3 spawn spots that they can come from. And the first wave, there's going to be 2 lanes coming. This is how I will set up the wave 1. It's a mirror image on both ends, i.e. exactly the same. So the nearest one, we put a Recovery Mechanici. Central, we put a Hydro. Third here, we put a Electro. So that the Electro is all the way at the back, so that when the mobs come, the first thing they enter is to the first thing they do is to enter the Recovery wave. Recovery Mechanicis aura, sorry. And then get hit by the Electro and the Hydro at almost the same time, so that we make sure that Electro charge is there. Of course, when you have the fast mobs like the Samacher, it always looks a bit risky. In this case, it's good. And on the other side, he also died within the Recovery aura, so that's nice. The Recovery Mechanicis aura, or Hero Effect. As long as you can take care of the Samachers, the wave 1 is pretty much safe. And the reason why I set the Mechanici to be at these 2 locations is because the third spawn point, the mobs will also go through these 2 locations. If you choose to put the Mechanicus at the front here, at the central area here, where both waves are going to go through from the both lanes, not wave, both lanes coming from this purple portal are going to go through. Yes, it can still work very effectively, and in fact you only need to build 1 recovery instead of 2 recovery Mechanicus. But the problem is that when it comes to the second wave coming from here and the subsequent waves as well, your sigils there are not going to do any work for you. So it's actually better to put it here as well as here, one on the left, one on the right, so that it covers from all 3 lanes, this and this, because these lanes mobs will come here and split into these 2 waves as well. So that's why don't fall into the trap of putting the Mechanicus at the front over there. We are likely going to choose Fearless here. This is one of the easiest Fearless as well. Monster defense increased by 20%. This is really good actually. It's plus 150% damage, which means that they will take 2.5 times the normal amount of damage. So that's really good. I actually tried it before, and basically with that you don't even need other damage boosts on your Mechanicus. Alright, so wave 2 preparation itself. As you can see, again, it's going to be mirror across the 2 sides. In the middle, we are going to put a mine for safety. We are going to put a pyro Mechanicus here. The reason why is because this pyro Mechanicus will be able to hit the mobs that are coming from the center here. And that's the reason why we're going to put a recovery Mechanicus here as well, just to get some bonus points. But I'll probably put it nearer to the stairs rather than the central one, so that we get an increased chance of getting the points. So with this, we are okay to start. This pyro Mechanicus will also be able to hit mobs that are coming into your electro and hydro Mechanicus area. Yep, as you can see, the pyro can hit these areas. If we had taken the recovery Mechanicus damage plus 150% effect, the pyro would have been able to kill a lot of the mobs before they even come here. But the only problem with taking that recovery Mechanicus special effect, Mystic Art, is that you don't actually get the bonus sigils unless you build 4 recovery Mechanicus, which is honestly overkill, because even in such a map, you only need 3. 1, 2, and 3. You actually don't need a 4th one. You can build a 4th one, but I find that to be quite a waste. So that's why the recovery Mechanicus, while it gives a very nice damage boost, it gets in the way of getting the max score. If you're not looking to get max score, you're just looking to get a perfect run where no mobs get through, right? Then by all means go with it and get that recovery buff effect. It was actually better than any other attack buff really. So as you see, the electro charge plus the pyro attacking here and here, both the stairs and this region, pretty much guarantees that we'll be able to clear wave 2 without any hiccup. We didn't get fearless this time. Oh my, I'm so tempted to take this. But it's better to take this so that we get the bonus sigil, because we already have 4 pyro. We will definitely be building at least 4 pyro Mechanicus. So I guess we will have to take this. Although I really want to take this, but since I'm trying to get max score, this doesn't help unless we build 4 recovery Mechanicus. So that's one thing you guys need to consider, whether you are going for a max score or going for a perfect run. Okay, like I said, since we just picked the pyro Mechanicus double attack Mystic Art that costs us 300 points, we are going to build pyro Mechanicus. And I'm building 1 here instead of again on the edge, right? It's because I don't want a scenario where with the 2 pyro Mechanicus being close to the edge here, they end up hitting the mobs coming from this lane all the time instead of mobs that are coming here. So you have mobs that actually can walk past the pyro Mechanicus without getting hit at all, because your pyro Mechanicus is busy hitting here. So that's why I want to make it even. That's why there's only one that's at the edge, while the other one is in the corner. Okay, and that's my advice and recommendation as well. Don't put all your eggs into one basket. By putting one more Pyro Mechanicus here, you actually set yourself up for failure. Okay, it's doing all in all, this is doing pretty well. Most of the time the mods will definitely die in the Hydro Electro Charge area, but in case there are speedy mods or tankier mobs that get through, the placement of these Pyro Mechanicus will have made a difference. Yep. And by the way, you see that the Pyro Mechanicus, even if you put it at the corner, is still doing contribution. It's still hitting the area in the Electro Charge. So all in all, still good. Now, a special mention, I did not get any Fearless with the stronger mobs like Lavacher or Ruin Guard or Ruin Hunter coming. But if you do get any of them, remember to dismantle your mine, or if you don't have enough resources, dismantle even the central recovery Mechanicus and get ready to build as and when which wave they come from. Okay, let's talk about the wave first. Sorry, the Beanstalk Art first. We have large Geo Slime coming. That means that we will have to build the physical turret or the physical Mechanicus. We will choose the attack plus 50% since we have double attack, double hit from the Pyro Mechanicus, so it synergizes well, and it also gives us bonus sigil points. Okay, so because of the Geo Slime, we have to build the physical. Because the Geo Slime's shield, you really need the physical turret or physical Mechanicus to clear it. Otherwise, it has 150% damage absorption against all elements. Now, like I was saying for the Fearless, right? You have to stand at the center here. Sorry. Stand at the center area there just to see which way the Fearless mob will go. And then, once you know which direction he's going, immediately dash to that lane and set up either a mine or an additional Mechanicus just so that you can clear it in time. So that's one thing to note, yeah. Okay, since we have a mine that broke, we might as well build one more Mechanicus here. The physical Mechanicus actually has quite a good range. You see, but this position is a bit bad for it because you see that it's hitting the environment or the breach instead of the slimes. But thankfully we do have 2 Pyro here, so we are still able to clear. Now that I'm done moving around, let me show you guys the effect of the physical against the Geo Slimes. Take note, look at this area over here. Do you guys see? Just one hit, basically just one hit almost took out the shield of this large Geo Slime from the physical. Yeah, this is a bit close for comfort, but yeah, we have double hit from Pyro. That's why we were able to clear it. The placement of the physical is not that great because it ends up hitting the obstacles over here. But all in all, it's still alright because you see most of the Geo Slimes that come up do have their shield already removed. So it's still alright. Okay, let's see. I really want to pick the attack plus 50%, but we have to pick the Elemental Mastery so that we can get the bonus sigils. And this run around we have Hydro Mage and the, I think, Ruin Guards. And we no longer need the physical. Oh, sorry for the choppy FPS, not sure what happened here. Okay, so anyway, now that there are no more Geo Slimes, we can dismantle the physical ones and put either Electro or Pyro, depending on your preference. I personally prefer to put Electro, since Electro is morally more for close range. And also remember to interact with the mechanism so that you get the bonus sigil as well. This is going to be smooth sailing. But I hope that you guys caught what I was talking about in terms of like if there's a fearless coming in with either a Ruin Guard, Ruin Hunter, or Lawacher, basically those more elite monsters. Just make sure that you have your resources standby, ready to go to that specific lane that they are going towards and build either a mine or a Mechanicus just to help with the odds of clearing that fearless mob. You will have to do it because the fearless mobs usually come in the earlier waves, and at that point in time, you may not have enough damage. That's why it's good to keep some points to make it such that that particular lane that they're going to, you have you have more Mechanicus or even one or two more mines to make sure that you can clear it. So that's the gist of it for the fearless Mystic Arts when it comes to the map 5 1.8x difficulty. A Pearl Ruin Guard. The Pyros are doing really good work. You have an Abyss Mage that's going to die here as well. Before you even get to the point where they divide and decide a lane. One thing to note is that the number of points that you get, the max score can be different across players because of how it really depends on the Mystic Arts that you get to choose. So for me this round my points is only 846 instead of 900 plus because we only had one fearless challenge. There was only one fearless that I could have picked instead of like more than one, sometimes up to 3 even. Alright, I hope this has been helpful to you guys. If you like the content, remember to like the video and click subscribe for more, yeah? Alright, bye. Thanks everyone for watching.